Hello, students. Let's start with Act 3, Scene 4 of Merchant of Venice, where Portia, Nerissa, Lorenzo, Jessica, and Balthazar, the servant, the faithful and the loyal servant of Portia, are present. Lorenzo speaks, Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and true conceit of godlike amity which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your lord. But if you knew to whom you show this honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, how dear a lover of my lord, your husband, I know you would be producer of the work, then customary bounty can enforce you. So Lorenzo says, Madam, although I have no rights to speak such words in your presence, but still I would like to tell you something that whatever good deed you have done the best deed in your life. Because if you come to know that which type of person have you sent a relief through Bassanio and how dear he was a lover of Bassanio, what kind of a gentleman was he for which you have sent help, then you would definitely feel that whatever deed you have done is the best deed that you have done. And you would be more proud of your action. Then he says that Bassanio, then normal kindness can make you feel. Okay, then he says that once you know that you have done such a good deed for a gentleman, then you would feel more proud of your action or your decision than the gentleness that you are showing now. Portia, I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now. For in companions that do converse and waste the time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love, there must be needs a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord, if it be so. How little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out the state of hellish cruelty. This comes too near the prizing of myself. Then Portia says, I have never ever repented in my life for the decisions that I have taken for doing good to people. Presently, also, I am not repenting at any cost. And I feel that two companions, when they spend their time together for a long period of time, naturally their manners and their lineaments, that means the type of clothes they wear, and the manners, they all become equal. It seems as if they are twins. And the similarity of characteristics also occurs in them. So this makes me think that Antonio, who is a, you can say, bosom lover, means the beloved of Antonio, of Bassanio. This person naturally is as good as Bassanio is, and so this is a small cost that I have paid in order to save such a gentleman from the clutches of a cruel person or a cruel Jew like Shylock. So, this is just the cost I have spent to purchase the equal of my soul. That is Antonio, for the resemblance or is similar to Bassanio. That means she says that this is a little cost because I have tried to save a person who is just equally gentleman to that of Bassanio, and both of them are same. Then she says that this is almost a self praise, but let us keep all these things apart. Therefore, no more of it. I hear other things. Lorenzo, I commit into your hands the husbandry and the manage of my house. Now she comes to another point. She says that leave all these talks apart. I want to talk to you that presently I am leaving the control of this house, the management of this house, and whatever management is there, all in your hands, Lorenzo. Until my lord's return, till Bassanio comes back, because till the time I and Nerissa have decided to go to a monastery which is two miles away from here, and there we will be abiding. We will stay there for some time. So I do desire you not to deny this imposition. So she says that I request you not to deny whatever responsibility I am giving you to look after my house. the which my love and some necessity now lay upon you. So she says that due to which I am forced by my love and some urgency in order to give you the responsibility of this house. Lorenzo, madam, with all my heart, I shall obey you in all your fair commands. Lorenzo says, okay, madam, it will be an honor for me to obey whatever you give me as a command. Portia, my people do already know my mind and will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Bassanio, and myself so fare you well till we shall meet again. So she says that my people already know that I'm giving you the responsibility, so they will pay you the same respect and will obey you in the same way as they would have given to me and Bassanio. So you will have not any difficulty in taking care of the house. With this, I bid you farewell until we meet again. Then Lorenzo says, fair thoughts and happy hours attend you. Lorenzo says, may happy thoughts and happy times be yours. Jessica, I wish your ladyship all hearts content. Jessica also wishes her good luck and says that may your ladyship enjoy your hours over there. Portia, I thank you for your wish and am well pleased to wish it back on you. Fare you well, Jessica. So she thanks her for the best wishes and says that I wish you the same. And then Jessica and Lorenzo, they exit from there. Now, Balthazar, as I have ever found thee honest true, so let me find thee still. Take this same letter and use thou all endeavour of a man in speed to Padua. See thou render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Bellerio, and look what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them, I pray thee, imagine speed, unto the Tranect to common ferry, which trace to Venice, waste no time in words, but get thee gone. I shall be there before thee. So she says that Balthazar, now you have been always loyal to me, and I wish the same loyalty from you now also. Take this letter, go to Padua, and you have to give it to Dr. Bellerio. But Dr. Bellerio was a cousin of Portia, and you have to give him this letter. And then whatever garments and whatever documents he gives to you, you have to bring it as soon as possible. So now be gone and do the action as quick as possible. Go through the common ferry which leads you to Venice, and then do as soon as possible whatever task is given to you. Balthazar says, madam, I go with all convenient speed. So Balthazar says, okay, madam, I'll try to do as fast as I can. He exits. Then Portia speaks to Nerissa. Come on, Nerissa, I have work in hand that thou yet not know of. Well, we'll see out our husbands before they think of us. Portia says, Nerissa, you have to come with me. I have some important task to be done. And you do not know what task it is. Before our husbands could see us, we'll be able to see them. Nerissa, shall they see us? Nerissa says, will they be able to see us also? Portia, they shall, Nerissa, but in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with that we lack. I'll hold thee any wager. When we are both accoutred like young men, I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two, and wear my dagger with my braver grace, and speak between the change of man and boy, with a reed voice, and turn to mincing steps into a manly stride, and speak of phrase like a fine bragging youth, and tell quaint lies how honourable ladies sought my love, which I denying they fell sick and died. I could not do withal. Then I'll repent and wish for all that I had not killed them. Portia says, they shall see us, Nerissa, but in another way. They will not be able to recognize us, and they will think that we are those persons which we are actually not. And I put a wager before you. Wager means she is bidding her or betting her that whenever we are dressed in the uniform or the clothes of a man, out of both of us, I'll be the most handsome to be looked at. And I will wear a dagger towards my right hand side, and I will speak in a heavy voice, which will be a voice between a man and a young boy. That means it will be a young fellow's voice, and I will take steps Instead of taking little steps of woman, I'll be taking big steps, 2 big steps. And I will also brag in front of people. Brag means to speak a lot about yourself. In self praise, I will be talking to people that how the ladies have given their life for me. They have been after me every time. They fell sick and they died just in want of me. They wanted to have me as a life partner. Then I will repent and I wish that they should not have died. And 20 of these funny lies I'll tell. She says that in such a way I'll tell so many 20 types of lies in front of the people, just as a young man speaks. The men shall swear I have discontinued school about a 12-month. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks of these bragging jacks which I will practice. She says that whenever the people would see me, they will consider that I could not have finished my schooling more than a year ago. They will just put an opinion in their mind. So I have 1,000 such childish tricks which I'll have to apply when I'm dressed in the form of a man. So come with me, Nerissa. I have to tell you more about it, which we have to practice also. Nerissa, why shall we turn to men? Then Nerissa says, should we change into men? Shall we embrace men or shall we surrender ourselves to men? She couldn't understand. Portia, fie, what a question's that? If thou wert near a lewd interpreter, but come, I'll thee my whole device when I am in my couch, which stays for us at the park gate, and therefore haste away, for we must measure 20 miles today. So Portia says, shame on you. Why are you speaking such type of words? You are the worst interpreter. You cannot understand what I am speaking. And then she says that I'll be dressed into a sexy or sensual fellow. Interpret your words to me. Then she says, but come, I will tell you whatever things I have in my mind. We'll speak about this in our carriage, which is standing at the gate. And we must leave immediately, for we must cover a distance of 20 miles from here. Hope this scene is clear to you people, and if you have understood, you can press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.